Went out to the garden. Got a lot of washing to do. And I need to put a couple of beers out there because I found some baby spooks. So I need to wash this real good. And the second golden cherry tomato. Duty this morning after we've been sick for, I don't know, like over a week. Josh and I for a little less than a week. I'm doing poop duty, and yesterday Allie and I had noticed that finally our wine crisp, I believe this one's wine crisp, it finally, well, it bloomed many times over the years, but I don't know if it's been 3 or 4 years, but finally one of our apple trees has apples coming. So there's some more up there. Mainly this branch is doing really, really well. There's quite a few. So we're pretty excited. It doesn't look like a lot's happening over here. But finally, the bees must have pollinated the crabapple tree, come over to this tree, because our apple trees do not pollinate each other. Out back we have a red delicious, and out front here we have these 2 wine crisps. So that's very, very exciting. This one didn't bloom at all this year, but we had a tree branch fall on this, and I don't know, it just didn't bloom at all this year. So maybe next year. Next year this one should be all filled with blooms and maybe get some apples. So this pond is now just water with 1 fish. The other fish are out back. I don't know where the little fish is, but I can't catch him. I haven't had any success in catching him yet. So we are feeling better. I do have some lingering symptoms, so we'll see how that goes. But today I've been concentrating on getting some more laundry done and just kind of, you know, doing the things because I've been down for so long. I love this area this year. Azaleas and the white buglewort. Very pretty. So this morning, by the way, we moved this bench away from the pond out here because Bigfoot was out here working. I took one of those basins from a pitcher and basin, and I put it over top of a pot and made another bird bath. We have a lot of birds. This is the one that my oldest daughter and my son-in-law and grandson gave me for Mother's Day. And it needs cleaned out. And as you can hear, I'm still not feeling the best. This plant, I forgot what it's called, but it's a perennial. And it glows in the sun. It's so gorgeous. I don't remember the name of this one either, but it looks like it's bloomed. I'm not sure if it's going to bloom again, but I love the intricacy of this one. It's so delicate. So we've decided to make this new stumpery out front, inside the fence. Our yard is outside the fence too, but this is what we can afford for their dog to have a fence. But I'm starting to kind of want to plant something back there behind the pot and then have something coming out of the pot. I said I wasn't going to do this, but I did put the little bushcrafty here, and I put a little fairy over here. So, yeah, got a couple more bags of mulch. There's Miss Dani dog. Yep, picked up all your piles of poo. She thinks everything's a bee. There's a beetle or something. Keeps landing on her. Get out of there. I don't know why she has to be a 3-4 trample beast. Anyone who knows, knows. Hey, girlie. No, she's been a cuddle bug with all of us. First Allie, and then Josh, and then I. So, and then all of us together. We've been battling this cold. It was not the cucaracha. Just a cold. So, but I'm still tired, but I definitely have more energy than I did. I don't know why. She veers off the path, but she always follows the path. It's so funny. Yeah, so I still have some things around my nose. So we're going to turn this around and I'll show you what's been going on in the garden since the rain has finally stopped. So much rain. Our back patio is a bit of a mess. And we'll go through this way. We took down and sold our swinging bench, our bench swing. I have one more pile to pick up and then we got sick. All right, so we did a little bit of weeding yesterday, but Josh and I got like really tired really quick. And we moved all the cabbages from over there because the ones that we had over here are bigger. And then the other ones, well, they're kind of stunted. And that one needs some water. So I'll have to come out with a hose and give it some water. Oh, now that I'm thinking of it, in case I forget, we can give it a little drink right now. Okay, so thing is, when you get tons of rain, the plants get used to that. And then what happens is when there's no rain the next day or for 2 days, things get a little funky. So yeah, things are just looking a little funky. So this is all weeds. I got beer that is old because, well, we just don't drink beer and it got given to us and I'm using it in case we get some slugs. Josh was weeding through here yesterday and didn't realize that I planted lettuce here. Yeah, God love him. It's just like his sister. My sister-in-law one time was helping me weed and she started pulling up our snow peas. Yeah, that was fun. God love them. So our spinach is looking good. This came from my dad's nursery. Well, it's not my dad's, but the place where he's worked since before I was born. Our parsley is looking a lot better up here. The deer ate our parsley that came back every year. So we planted Italian and curly. So same thing over here. We have weeds and the kale that's over here is also coming up from seed. So we'll have this and then that coming up behind it. I like to do that. I like to plant and then have some coming up behind it. This whole thing here looked like this down here. I don't know what was up with soil, but it was like the soil just basically had tons and tons and tons of just clover. Tons of clover. I'm definitely gonna have to water today. Wow, it got dry quick. This is the garlic. Yep, the same as down here. That's one garlic, and you get all those from it. But again, if you didn't watch my other gardening video, we planted the garlic and then I just set those there and it started to rain and days went by and they rooted right there. Whatever. Let's see. This is a big Bertha. We did put our stakes in again. The beer's out here for slugs just in case. It looks like we might have one slug in there. They do love beer. This one is a gypsy sweet pepper that has flowered. It's pretty good size too. So my hand's down here and the pond's up there. And over here we have an orange bell. And these are my husband's friend who retired at work. Her and her husband gave us these peppers, so we don't know what kind they are. They take the top of the pepper and they put it right in soil, and then they just sprout up and they pull them apart and plant them separately. So that's what we did. This one's a green pepper, red, sweet banana, hot banana. And then over here we have some giant Pascal celery. So this whole bed, well, you can still see it. See, it was thick. We still have some more pulling to do. But you couldn't even see this celery yesterday at all. Like, it was just covered in clover. So hopefully now it's got a chance to do something. So we're doing it kind of simple this year. This is all of our beans. Beans, and more beans. And this is our taters. So our taters are sprouting. I have to cover that one. I come out and covered one yesterday. I think it's been all that rain. Yep. It's all that rain. So you want to just keep helling it over. Oy. Tons and tons of fun. There's always, if you have a garden, you know, there's always something to be doing. Always. So yeah. The taters are going good. These are ones that I grew in the house. They're planted locally. So from Argyle, New York. Y'all, it's wild around here. Completely wild. Things are, our path that goes through, it's just full of ferns. I pulled a ton of fern. So we've got blackberries growing out here with our strawberries, so that ought to be fun. These have not flowered this year because I just planted these like, I don't know, last year. Oh boy. Yeah, so the rose bushes are doing good. More blackberries. Jeez. The chocolate mint's doing good. And the Allie's white phlox. I don't know what kind of bush that is, but it's growing there. Our chives still haven't sprouted. Oh, yep, we got one flower bloom. Let's see if I can get that. There we go. And another one under here. So we're blooming. Those will give you some more seeds, but those are our chives. We have this crazy weed growing everywhere, and it gets these purple flowers, but I don't want this weed because it just, it's everywhere. It just goes everywhere. It drives me nuts. More weed. Grass. Grass in there with a, that is a citrus mint. And the beautiful blue stars and the Georgia peach coral bell. This is grown in so much. I didn't even finish weeding it. So there's our thyme. It did come back. There's one time though that, let's see, 4 or 5 years ago, it didn't come back this year. So these two did, the other one did not. We have an oak tree growing in there, or some kind of tree. It's crazy. Crazy things are happening. That oregano has spread everywhere. And again, with the ferns. Look at these ferns. They're everywhere. I pulled a bunch up yesterday. Absolute bunch. I don't want this one in there either. So there's the lungwort. Looks happy today, so I don't need to water out here. Our strawberries are going cray-cray. There's that oregano. There's the purple buglerwort. More strawberries, more strawberries. Yesterday, I did notice that there was a strawberry somewhere. I saw it. There we are. Let's see. Yeah, there's some strawberries. So we'll wait for that to turn red and we will have to fight and race the chipmunk. We have some stray cats, wild cats actually. They're not just strays, they're wild. And I caught one with a bunny the other day. Ugh, yuck. So, yeah, hopefully they keep the chipmunks out. Again, with the more volunteered out of the woods. What are they called? Blackberries. So, Miss Grace has showed, Grace Johnston, Grace New York City, has showed about the lily beetles. And I told her that we've had them for quite a few years now. And I've used neem oil and cocoa agent. And I'll be honest, the pinch and kill method, it's getting better. This year, there's not as many. Maybe that's been because of the rain, so we'll definitely have to keep a watch of that. Sorry about my finger in the view. Yeah, this is where our original was grown in with the spearmint, and it's trailed all the way over to the other side of the garden. Deplane, boss, deplane. So we have these crazy things going on. No, it's not chemtrails. This is actually part of our sky today. It's pretty cool. Yeah, it's just very, very streaky, but no, those aren't chemtrails. Anyway, I forgot the kind of clouds they're called, but it's not that. Let's see, our phlox, the purple masquerade that hasn't flowered yet, and our rose bush. All right, so what I'm really excited to show y'all is check out these maters. Check out these maters. Ugh. We got maters in here. And again, we live in Adirondacks Mountains, New York. We live at the foothills of the Adirondacks. So we're southern Adirondacks. But these look pretty good. This is your heirloom purple Cherokee. The flowers grow different. That one over there is Aroma. We strung them up yesterday. This one and that one are the beefsteak. And this one is our golden yellow. I've gotten 3 tomatoes from this. It's our golden yellow cherry tomato. So yeah, I picked some yesterday. Actually, I forgot to bring this one inside. So that's the color that they are when they're ripe. And I pick a piece of basil and I wrap it, yes, right out of the garden. I just give it a little rub on my shirt or in my hands. And I eat it right out of the garden. So, not much scares me. So, getting these. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't think our lemon balm came back. I cannot get, now Bushcraft family, he says he can't get lemon balm to stop growing. I can't get ours to come back. So we'll see. There's something there and there's something here, and I don't think either of those are. Yeah, it's not the leaves of lemon balm. I do have this pile here. And again, I like electrical spools. We want to fill this in with stone and do Adirondack chairs all the way around, and I'm not sure what we'll do with the stumps. Probably leave them there for end stands. Get the burps. I had eggs and toast this morning. So yeah, that's pretty much our garden this year. There's the peaches and cream corn, and as you can see, it's starting in here too. The weeds are horrendous, absolutely horrendous. But these are getting really big, really tall. Yep, they should definitely be past knee-high by July. You never know what you're gonna get sprouting where. There's more oak, another oak tree. Might as well just let that one go. I wouldn't mind it sitting there. That'd be kind of cute, right? Say hi to Junior. Okay, so past the last pile with a pitchfork I have to clean up. There's the stumpery garden out back. And I still have not done anything out here after I messed that all up. And I still haven't buried this cord. Y'all, this sickness is just taking us for a surprise. So we put 3, there's our electrical is under there hidden. We put 3 out here, so this is gonna cycle. I put a shell with some rocks from the other pond to try to help it get some good bacteria in it. It's actually not too bad. It's a little cloudy in my liking. I mean, you can see the bottom, but, well, that's not the bottom, but that's the one shelf, and then the bottom. But it's not bad. The fish are happy. Got some pine needles to pick out, but that hosta is the one I moved from over there. That was where the pond was for the past 3 years, the wildlife pond. So Zombie, the cat, one of the cats I was telling you about, comes to drink at our ponds, and he's been drinking out here. And then of course he hunts. He hunts everything, and he's a good hunter. Like I said, he got a rabbit a while back that I ended up having to deal with because this rabbit was like as big as it was, and this cat's huge. He's like Maine Coon looking. He's not a bobcat, but he's big. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with the stumpery garden so far. I do have to water though, so I did, because the one time didn't come back, I decided to relocate spots and start some lemon thyme out here. This is a different variegation of thyme. So yeah, I gotta water. Everything's looking kind of sad when you have weeks of rain with very little breaks in between. The plants get used to that water, and you kind of have to reintroduce them back to going a day or two without water. And that's hard, especially in the spring. All right, well, I hope y'all enjoyed this garden update. We don't really have as much as we normally do going on for planting this year. I don't feel like, I mean, I feel like it's enough, but we definitely have less tomato plants this year. We did plant corn, obviously cabbage again. We got our yellow squash, and we don't, so our zucchini didn't pop up over here. Oh yeah, one did. And I'm gonna have to weed. So there's a zucchini there. And then over here I planted like 5, and only 2 popped up. One there and one there. So that's it. And I'm not planting anymore. I am not planting anymore. It's gonna be enough. It's going to be enough. So I'm gonna get some water on these guys, and we will see you in the next one. And if you want more gardening videos from me, please think about subscribing to this channel if you aren't already. And drop me a comment and a like. What are you planting this year? Love y'all. God bless.